You're now in a different chapter of your life. It's never about the money, although we may think it is as we go through it, but where are you at in life now? You know, when you're looking out into the future, what are some of the things that you're looking to accomplish?
All of my siblings and I started when we were young, following the example of our parents, and we're a fairly religious family, and we believe in sharing what we have. We believe that, know that what we have comes from a higher power than us, okay? And feel real obligation to help other people. Now, in the early 70s, my wife and I already had 7 children of our own, but there was a program called the Indian Placement Program, where you would agree to take a Navajo child during the school year and have them live with you in your home and go to school. We agreed to do that, and we got a young girl. She was just barely turned 8 years old. She came back to our house every year for 9 years. And we learned a lot about the plight of the American Indians and why they're in the situation that a lot of them are in today. And so it was an easy transition for me to make in the early 90s when I had a friend call me and wanted to introduce another friend that he had to me. He brought a man over to my house by the name of Dale Tingy, who, by the way, is 92 years old, still comes to work every day. But Dale was dedicated to helping the Native Americans. And so I got a little bit involved. Before long, I was on the board of directors. And then after being gone for 3 or 4 years, came back and almost 6 years ago, they asked me to be the director of American Indian Services. What we do there is we provide education opportunities for Native American young people. When I first came aboard, we were doing scholarships. I soon realized that because of dropout rates from K through 12, that the kids that really needed the help were in those years. And so we started concentrating on that as well. And it's all grown. 6 years ago, I think we gave out about 1,500 scholarships. Last year, we awarded 3,818 scholarships. Plus, we're in about 20 schools with reading programs. This summer, we have 2 STEM classes. We call them AIS Prep. One down in Blanding, Utah, and one in Roosevelt, Utah. And they're pretty intense classes. It's not a summer camp for the kids. It's teaching them STEM subjects and preparing them for college. And this program was started in Texas about 30 years ago with the Hispanic kids in mind, really. But it's a viable program. In fact, they make the claim that if you graduate, the prep thing lasts for 3 summers. It starts with 7th graders, 8th graders, then 9th graders. And their track record is that if a child goes through all 3 of those years and passes, that 90% of them go on to college. I live in a fairly affluent neighborhood, and our neighbor kids don't succeed to that degree. So it's a 501c3. We raise money however we can.
Now, do you have events that you hold on a regular basis, or if a person wants to donate, how would they go about doing that or becoming a
Well, we have a website.
Okay.
It's AIS, AmericanIndianServices.com, and they can find out all about what we're doing there. Every year we have a banquet in the summer. We had it 3 weeks ago. We raised about $608,000 net. We have a lot of supporters. Johnny Miller, the golfer, has been a supporter for 30 years. We had a golf tournament just a week and a half ago that he takes the lead in. He does that with 2 or 3 events a year, and they bring in $125,000 or $150,000. I like to do things that I like to do that still will raise money for American Indian Services. Then we have a lot of corporate donors. We've got people that have given us $100,000 or $200,000 a year now for 5, 6, 7 years running, and we're adding to it all the time. So that's, when you're in the philanthropy business, you get money wherever you can. And so that's what I spend my time doing now, is trying to raise money, because I can always spend a lot more than we raise. And it's interesting because we're not like some of the other 501c3s that you hear about. We bring about 96% of everything we raise to the bottom line. It takes us less than 5% of what we raise to run our organization. And actually, truth be known, that 5% comes from 3 board members. So if you were to make a donation with a very straight face, I could promise you that all of it would go towards our goal to help educate young Native American kids and try and follow them through life and help them be successful.